Good atmosphere within this stadium. As usual, obligatory handshakes, the getting to know you. Not that these players need any introduction. Know each other very well, and that's the team that already Weber has gone for. It's tried, it's tested, it's settled, and it's captained by their goalkeeper, Renan. Top scorer Rafael is at right back. They've not conceded many, but they've not scored many either on their way to the semi-final of this World Championship. And Francisco Ferraro, the Argentinian coach, selects the following side. Starts for Fernando Gago and for Gustavo Obermann. Both Vitti and Achubi are on the bench. Lionel Messi will be one to watch, and there are the two captains, Zabaleta and Renan, the Brazilian goalkeeper, and the referee from Switzerland, Massimo Bosacca. Argentinians wearing black armbands. Just looking at Lionel Messi's 3 goals in 5 matches, one to watch out for, the black armbands, because someone very, very close to that Argentinian squad has, Mrs. Molinar, been in a coma and died, and it's their mark of respect in a game of, well, huge significance. What a difference he's made playing at right back. He is so difficult to contain. Rafael, he certainly made the difference. Argentina then to get this semi-final underway. Ustari in goal for Argentina, Barroso, Cabral, Paletta, Formica, Juan Manuel Torres, Zabaleta, Fernando Gago, Cardozo, Gustavo Obermann and Messi. They are the 11 for Argentina. From left to right, they will attack in this first half. Renan in goal for Brazil. In front of him, Leonardo, Ed Carlos, Fabio Santos, Rafael, Roberto. What a role he may well play in front of the back four. Disappointing though against Germany. And then it's Evandro, Aruca and Renato. And up front, Bobo, supported by Rafael Sobis. That's the way the two teams line up. Here is Rafael, the leading goal scorer for Brazil. Already just showing the signs of getting forward at every possible opportunity and winning the first free kick of this semi-final. Rafael Sobis lines up to take it. He's already scored 1 goal in this championship. Pushing players forward, Leonardo in that area. Fabio Santos is there, along with the usual suspects. Well, signalling their intent early on, even if the final effort on goal was somewhat wayward. Argentina finished second in their group behind the USA, starting with that surprise defeat. But since then, they've got better and better. Gustavo Obermann attempting to get that cross into the Brazilian 18-yard area. Player who came off the bench in the quarter-final win over Spain, and he's preferred by Francisco Ferraro to the striking talents of a certain Pablo Vitti. Finds himself on the bench, played in by Barroso. Not down. Brazil had players back just in front of their own area to provide the necessary cover. Throw is won by Aruca just leaves it for Rafael towards Bobo. Just unable to make what he hoped would be a foray down that right flank. Plays his club football for Corinthians. The striker, though, who's still looking for his first game in terms of goal-to-game ratio, hasn't scored in this tournament so far. There's Reni Weber, the coach of Brazil. One day, we've been talking about a job as national coach to the senior team. He's been saying in the build-up to this game, just wants to concentrate on the current agenda, and that's to make Brazil 5 times World Youth Championship winners. Again, the angle for the cross. Good header away by Barroso. Had to be. Rafael is following up. Dangerous from that sort of area. Argentina with the headed clearance. Another free kick in favour of Brazil. And another opportunity to test that man, Ustari, in the Argentinian goal. And the first real effort coming in from the boot of Roberto, and Ustari was down well to claim. Struck well enough. And the keeper did everything that was asked of him. Cabral's clearance. There is Zabaleta. Just a brief glimpse of the captain of Argentina. Controlled by Aruca. And then Roberto's ball is just too long for Rafael. 2 goals to his name for the Brazilian fullback. Goalless then in the opening few minutes, and if there is one recurring theme, it's that Argentina are conceding a number of free kicks. That's Gustavo Obermann, just 20 years of age, just retreating back into his own territory. Roberto, and then laid off by Rafael Sobis, and cleared for another Brazilian throw-in. It's Formica there, plays for Newell's Old Boys. Yet though to break through at that club. This a repeat of the semi-final which Brazil won 2 years ago in the United Arab Emirates. Zabaleta able to continue his run. Ed Carlos can clear. Cabral can control. Messi, here's the danger man. What an extraordinary start by one of the players of the tournament, Lionel Messi. Well, that's got to be a candidate for one of the goals of this World Championship. Cutting in left foot, and absolutely perfect by a player who's just getting better and better. Just 18, he's made the difference. And here in the semi-final against South American opposition, he has scored a fantastic goal. It's Brazil 0, Argentina 1. What a start. Argentina had rarely threatened, but Lionel Messi of Barcelona, with Champions League experience, has produced something very, very spectacular. a player that moved to Barcelona with his family at the age of 13. Wasn't long before that football club could see the potential, and he's used this stage to enhance what is already a growing reputation. Goal number 4 of a highly productive tournament for Lionel Messi. How well he took that. But also, Stale's clearance just drops kindly. Argentina finding space in that midfield area. But also it's given away very cheaply, and striding forward is Rafael. Tries to play Bobo it. Flag had gone up far side anyway. And what a start that is, and what a revelation. Lionel Messi has been Argentina's most influential player, without any doubt. There's the man of the moment. And to think he turned 18 on the eve of the quarter-final win at the weekend. Player, incidentally, who was given the opportunity of playing his international football for Spain. Something that he rejected, and aren't Argentina grateful for his services. Laid off there by Rafael Sobis. Brazil seeing a fair amount of possession in the opening exchanges, but so far, one effort of note that was well saved by Ustari. They are winning free kicks though. It took a deflection on its way through. It's going to be a Brazilian corner. And Evandro will trot across to take it. How can Brazil respond to that 7th-minute setback? The supporters just trying to get behind them. Floated in by Evandro, headed away by Zabaleta. Helped forward by Formica. Picked up by Rafael, and then Roberto. His final ball out of play. Just able to keep that in, Leonardo. Well, it's the start we'd hoped for. Brazil 0, Argentina 1. 10 minutes played. In terms of the goal that we wanted, which heightens interest and forces Brazil to come out in search of an equalizer. It's well won by Zabaleta. Now Barroso. Free kick goes Brazil's way once again. Rafael Sobis, and then Renato's ball picks out Rafael. Nothing going for their top scorer. They've met 5 times, these teams, in the knockout stage of the World Youth Championship. Brazil winning 3, Argentina 2. Ustari just targeting Cabral. A goal to the good, Argentina. Not long for the goal scorer. How well has Messi done? Looked almost a lost cause. Every time he gets possession, Argentina look dangerous, very dangerous. But also Messi again. allowing that ball to roll out. It's Rafael Sobis. Still to make an impression on proceedings so far. Given against Gustavo Obermann. Roberto started the tournament in impressive fashion. Not at his best, though, in the quarter-final triumph against Germany. He'll need a big game if Brazil are to triumph. It was his header forward that was cleared by Paletta towards Obermann, and again Argentina conceding too many free kicks with less than quarter of an hour played. Again, given in their favour. Evandro will take. Bobo, Rafael Sobis. Ed Carlos makes his way forward. Renato is there. Brazil looking for a response as we move towards the quarter of an hour mark. Floated in and comfortably dealt with by Ustari. And then ambitious, and Roberto can take control of things at the back for Brazil. Just tends to operate in front of the back line. Fabio Santos. They're giving away possession cheaply. Once again, Zabaleta wins it, and the run by Gustavo Obermann is checked, and then there is support by his captain. This the fourth all-South American semi-final in the history of this tournament. Roberto trying to get Brazil going. He's found Bobo, who will run at the defender. Has gone down. Result of that challenge. At Carlos it was, and Argentina still have a player down and a free kick to defend. To compound his misery, it's a caution for the challenge on Ed Carlos. Cardozo, Juan Manuel Torres and Gustavo Cabral all on yellow cards for Argentina. They're now joined by Gustavo Obermann. Roberto, Ed Carlos. Argentina with a superb record. If you look back over the years, in terms of overall wins, it's matched by Brazil. That's what makes this match on paper one to look out for, and it's proved that way with a very, very impressive strike to separate these sides as we go past the 16-minute mark. And a goal of real quality, and well, the impact of Lionel Messi cannot be understated. Only the second goal that the Brazilian captain Renan has conceded. Fabio Santos, and there's the fouls committed. Argentina giving away 10. Rafael Sobis, well, holding up possession. Did well. Just again that Final intervention. The loose ball there. Messi may well win it back for Argentina, and does so. Bundle of energy, so many tricks, and, well, extravagantly gifted. He's going to be in line for player of the tournament. Kept in by Rafael Sobis. And Argentina concede the corner. Ed Carlos will come forward again. Rafael will take up a position on the edge of that area. And it's Evandro then to take it. Referee just delaying this corner kick. Punch clear by Ustari. Still a chance for Brazil. Back with their corner taker, Evandro. It's another free kick. And Argentina, in defence, are guilty of giving away free kick after free kick. Another one just on the edge of the area. Again, it's Evandro, their dead ball specialist. Aruca providing the option of a ball played to his right. He's unmarked if he wants to go for that, or the alternative, of course, to whip it into that area, which he does. The latter, and a header that flies wide. Bobo just couldn't get any real direction on that header. Important header out. Juan Manuel Torres. Nearly run for Zabaleta, the captain of this Argentinian team. Only the second time that the semi-finals of this World Youth Championship have been played without any European participation. It's going to be a South American, African final, whatever the result of Nigeria and Morocco in the other semi-final to be played today. Roberto Evandro shrugging off two challenges and doing well. Given to Rafael. Losing count of the free kicks that Argentina are conceding. It's another one, this time given against Paletta. Brazil at least threatening to find a way back into this match. Ustari shouts instructions. Argentina, everyone back except for Lionel Messi. Good header away by Cabral. The pace of Messi creating something, and there are players in support. Oberman, it could be two! Flag had gone up. It won't count, but once again, Lionel Messi set up the opportunity for his teammate Gustavo Oberman, but as the final ball was played in and turned in, the flag has long been raised near side, but it's an illustration of exactly what Argentina can do. Clear offside, and the right decision by the assistant referee as final ball was played in, cross-come shot. Argentina offside, the rule quite correctly adhered to, and the effort didn't count. Argentina lead by the single goal. Brazil's corner again, Evandro to take it. Plenty of first half drama and not wasted. Straight into the grateful arms of Independiente's Ustari in goal for Argentina. Delightful touch, first touch by Messi. This Brazilian defence is being stretched at times and is very uncomfortable. Doesn't seem to have an obvious way of containing Lionel Messi. Been miserly so far in this championship. It's been one of their strengths, but against their South American rivals, they are being opened up time and again. Rafael. Aruca. Brazil just trying to press. It's not as if they haven't had their fair share of possession. It's what they've been able, or more to the case, not been able to do with it. Just a little too long for Rafael Sobis. Away by Paletta. Uncapped before this tournament, the Argentinian number 6, and will be satisfied, Francisco Ferraro, with the first 24 minutes. It's Brazil 0, Argentina 1, and a very special goal is the difference. First South American affair back in '79, when a certain Diego Maradona and co beat Uruguay 2-0. Just evidence of the wonderful names that have made their way through the youth ranks, and Maradona is a perfect example. Went on, of course, to become one of the greatest ever footballing names. Started, though, to make an impact at this very level, a World Youth Championship. And what a future Argentina's Barcelona-based Lionel Messi would look to have if this championship is anything to go by. It really has been a talent to look for in the future. Ustari, so far unbeaten in that Argentina goal. Zabaleta colliding with Evandro. The throw is Brazil's, Fabio Santos. Now Aruca trying to make a difference and look to win that midfield area. There again. Final ball cut out by the head of Formica. Comfortable enough for the Argentinian keeper. His opposite number then, with just the 2 goals for Renan in the whole of this tournament. Not a lot, I think, that any keeper here in the Netherlands would have been able to do to deal with the power and accuracy of Messi's strike. There's Renny Weber. Has to find a way back. Brazil having won this 4 times previously. That record is matched by their South American rivals. Now then, Rafael Sobis in towards Rafael, and he remains an influential player getting forward from that right-back role, but even there with the support of Rafael Sobis, it's just not going Brazil's way so far. Plenty of support within the stadium for one of their star men throughout this championship. Not often you see a defender topping their scoring charts. Ed Carlos for Brazil. They are, of course, the defending champions. They won this 2 years ago in the final against in the United Arab Emirates against Spain. That record is under severe threat at the moment as we move nearer to the half-hour mark. Rafael. Ed Carlos at the heart of that Brazilian defence. Finds the head of Bobo. But also back there to mark and then to clear the danger. Look at Messi again, onto a half chance to regain possession and then put a lovely ball through to Gustavo Obermann. Roberto back. Clearance in the end by Leonardo. And Rafael Sobis forward. Delightful skills by Lionel Messi. Roberto's header away, helped on by Aruca, but Argentina will look to press down that left-hand side. The driving run of Formica. Normally so resolute in defence, Brazil. Quite a struggle for the Brazilians in their quarter-final tie against Germany. Won out in the end, but not their best performance so far this championship, and the flag was up anyway. Brazil are struggling defensively, looking for Zabaleta, it looks like, the Argentinian captain, despite the protests. He's kicking that ball away, which is an automatic caution in this championship. FIFA were keen to clamp down on what they saw as delaying tactics, and we've seen a flurry of yellow cards given out over the last fortnights. Now what have Brazil got to offer? Build-up players there. So far the finished product isn't, though. Rafael doesn't really play like a right back. They have a corner, and they've forced enough of those so far in the opening half an hour. As yet, they cannot find a way through. Evandro will take. Familiar figures inside that 18-yard Argentinian box. Among them, Leonardo. Bobo is there, Rafael Sobis. Just dealt with. But a moment of concern for that Argentinian defence. Not the first time we've seen Gustavo Obermann crash to the ground. Already booked earlier on the receiving end. And a free kick that this time is given in Argentina's favour. Most of the free kicks have been won by the Brazilians. Messi the obvious target. Everywhere he goes, will be followed and tracked. The better of Aruca. And Brazil can do nothing about the Barcelona wonder kid. Brazil 0, Argentina 1, and we've been playing some 33 minutes. The goal on 7 scored by Lionel Messi, and it will be one of the goals of this championship. Struck with power, purpose and direction. There's the man, only 2 goals conceded so far. Cardoso then to take this free kick for Argentina. In search of a second, Renan comes and gets the direct clearance punched away. It's played back in, but again rather wayward from Juan Manuel Torres. He's led by example. He's had some fine displays in that Brazilian goal. It's caught as he punched clear. Letter it was. Suitably recovered, and Brazil will have possession and a throw for their outstanding right back, Rafael. 2 yellow cards then so far, both going to Argentinian players, Zabaleta and Oberman. And Brazil have just around 11 minutes left of this first half to make some kind of difference. It's been a problem that's plagued them throughout this World Championship, and that's finding a proven goal scorer. Danger averted. Cardoso it was, of San Lorenzo, who just did enough. And that man, their coach, will be reasonably satisfied with the way that the first 35 minutes have shaped up. Away by Ostari. Roberto just letting it run out. Suspect he might have to step it up a bit if he's going to make the right sort of impression on this. Another free kick. Countless free kicks conceded. Vandro, player in support. He's certainly connected with it. Did Fabio Santos. Just arriving. Power in the run and power in the shot. But Ostari could just watch it fly wide. Too long for Aruca. Lifted forward towards Rafael Sebis, and then Renato and Bobo. Evandro is in the middle. Threatening and promising from the Brazilians. Just won't drop for them within that area. Ostari again. Argentina hold out and then try and get Messi away on the counter-attack. Headed forward by Fernando Gago. Brazil with a wonderful record. Not lost in 17 matches on European soil in this competition. But the current defending champions are heading out of this tournament unless they can find something. And at the moment they're being frustrated by an Argentinian defence that may give away too many free kicks, but has remained solid and firm. And that's the reason why Argentina lead. Messi's goal. Good atmosphere within the stadium. the Netherlands may have gone out in extraordinary circumstances, 10-9 on penalties to Nigeria. But when Brazil and Argentina go head-to-head, there's always going to be interest. Mexican wave, Argentina with a corner one. That's Fernanda Gago of Boca Juniors. Kapadahan, the coach of the Netherlands, watching on with interest within this stadium. Argentina's corner. Header clear, and they do have players forward. Sobis joined by Rafael. Evandro's in space. Here he is. Pushing players forward, including Fabio Santos. Evandro clipped into the path of Roberto. Helped forward to Renato. Danger is on! Free header, Bobo. More like it from the Brazilians. Well worked. And dropping wide of that post. Renato it was, just lifting it into the area. Argentina then continue to hold out as we edge closer to the half-time interval. The one highlights a goal of the highest quality from Lionel Messi. Brazil strikers are just not firing on cylinders. They're still reliant on a fullback by name and possession and profession, and that's Rafael. Unexpected leading scorer for them. Brazil 0, Argentina 1. We've reached the 40-minute mark. Swiss referee Massimo Busacca. Bobo's done well. Rafael Sobis. Now Rafael. Breaking with real speed and real purpose. And Zabaleta, the captain, is in some space. Gago just couldn't get the final connection. Plenty back for Brazil. Messi lets it run. Zabaleta goes to ground. And Brazil have a brief respite. Well, there was the run forward, the collision. Just running into trouble. There's possession. Brazil 58-42. Just talking about the amount of the ball that they'd seen in the opening 40 minutes. It's their inability to do anything with it in the final third, though. Trying to open up this Argentinian defence. He's getting forward time and time again is Fabio Santos. Can Rafael keep it in? Just seizing on that downward header from Bobo. Here is Rafael. Can't get beyond Cabral, and then another chance is squandered. It's Roberto. Can be so influential. We'll need to play a big match for Brazil in the second 45. Ustari then for Argentina. Roberto was beaten in the air. Almost deflected through to an unmarked Messi. Another corner in the closing minutes of the first half in this all South American semi-final clash here in Utrecht. Chance to bring some of the big guns forward. He did his best to keep that in. Paletta confronted all the time by Leonardo. Now their captain, Roberto. Into the final moments of the first half, which has seen one of the goals of the championship. Was tackled unfairly was Zabaleta. Fernando Gago trying to weave his way through, no way past Aruca though. Roberto picking up possession and then given to Rafael. Bobo turning well. Power of the run by the big Brazilian number 9. Renato trying to get Brazil going down that right flank. Well, that's cool defending under pressure. And then Zabaleta, and suddenly Argentina are on the front foot again with Gustavo Obermann and now Barroso. Still a chance to provide the cross, which he does. And Santos will just thump that away. Paletta, Roberto returns. That midfield battle which has been building and building throughout the opening 45. Zabaleta, Obermann. Argentina have improved as this championship has gone on. And to think they lost their opening game in the group to the USA, a big, big disappointment for one of the group favourites. But they've found their form when it matters most. Evandro blocked. So a couple of cautions to Zabaleta and Obermann. The goal from Messi on 7 minutes, and Argentina looked as if they're going to go in at the half-time interval with this goal lead. Space for Zabaleta. Messi, now Barroso. Whatever happens, one of these two sides will be competing for a chance to win a 5th world crown. It's the final action of the first half. Warm applause as the two teams will leave the pitch, and that man, Lionel Messi, has delivered something very, very spectacular. What a tournament he's having. And just 18 on the eve of the quarter-final. It's Brazil 0, Argentina 1 at half-time. course, holds a single goal advantage. The second 45 minutes is nicely set up. Brazil dominating in terms of possession. Just haven't got the final product though in front of goal. Argentina have one of the best players we've seen at this championship. 18 years of age, wearing number 18 and a world-class performer. There he is, Lionel Messi, just in picture a moment ago. His goal on 7 minutes, and Brazil to start the second half off. 4 times winners of this World Championship. Brazil 0, Argentina 1, the scoreline. Roberto galloping forward. Just driven in towards the on-running Bobo, who is still to score. Looking to open his accounts. Evandro will take this corner. Argentina leaving Messi on halfway. Everyone else is pulled back. It's defended well at the near post. Roberto will retrieve. And Brazil will look to come again at the start of this second half. An all South American affair. Rafael Sobis, dispossessed there by Fernando Gogol, and it's with Zabaleta. Argentina won it in 79, in 95, in 97 and in 2001. Charged down well. It's broken for Rafael to find the feet of Evandro and then return the compliment. Zabaleta. Block was by Leonardo. It's a swift and neat turn from Bobo. All over the Argentine captain though. Zabaleta, who has a free kick in his favour. Argentina conceding a whole host of free kicks in the first half, but the goal remains intact. Ustari yet to be beaten. Zabaleta unable to keep the ball in play. Not only has Messi scored the only goal of this semi-final, but he hit the winner when Argentina defeated Brazil 2-1 in the South American Championship earlier this year. Clearly enjoys playing against the Brazilians. Roberto. Rafael. Aruca. Attempting to find some kind of opening. And the clearance provided by Cabral. Formica it was, who conceded that free kick for Brazil. Forced to chase a game that was in danger of running away from them. Certainly Lionel Messi was a player that they just found too difficult to contain. With such a narrow margin between these two teams, there is time for a way back for Brazil. The free kick, which their tournament's top scorer Rafael will take. Again, lots of yellow shirts forward, header down and straight to Ustari. Never troubled. Good determined run. They played the 1-2. They needed Roberto to get back to intervene. Corner goes Argentina's way. How long before the Brazilian coach René Weber decides to mix it up and change things around? They have a corner to defend. Oberman on the near post. Lionel coming forward to make a partial clearance, and then Rafael can break forward. Cushioned header back for Ustari. Meant for Zabaleta. Got a head on it. It's outnumbered by yellow shirts. Renato. Rafael Sobis. Bobo's in the middle. And they're getting chances in on that goal. Renato with a header. Again, flying wide, but taking the deflection, which leads to a Brazilian corner. Trying to force the pace in the opening 5 minutes of the second half. Delivery was poor. Ustari gathers, and Argentina still hold on to this single goal lead. Messi will pursue. Lionel will clear for Brazil. Brazil began their campaign with a goalless draw against Nigeria, and in fact both of these South American heavyweights started rather poorly. Brazil with the goalless draw as mentioned. Nigeria were involved early on, as could in fact be in the final, as a team that also took time to get going. Morocco, and of course the Argentinians with that 1-goal defeat against the USA. But in this championship the teams have began to found their form, and these are two of the most fancied sides in the pre-match billing. Both were thought to be capable of having the quality necessary to go a long, long way, if not to the final itself. Foul on Oberman. Preferred to Pablo Vitti in the lineup. Coming off the bench against Spain, Gustavo Oberman, and Francisco Ferraro believing that he'd done enough to justify his place in the Argentinian starting lineup. Certainly been in the wars. Down again. And the booking for Roberto. And he does indeed miss the next game. Went into this match with a caution. And a challenge that merits the caution. And Oberman will be taken off by a stretcher and hopefully able to make a speedy recovery. Goal conceded by Renan was only his second. His first was against Germany in the quarter-final. It's the first that Brazil had conceded in some 608 minutes of football. If anything was needed to underline their defensive solidity, then that statistic just that. But that defence was breached by a world-class strike, and now they must find a way back. Renato's goal-bound shot is blocked, picked up by Fernando Gago, and then away by Zabaleta. Ustari. He ran all the way through. Rafael Sobis. Slice clearance by Paletta. Roberto heads it forward again. Argentina forced to defend deep, and defending numbers. Formica just trying to pick out the head of Lionel Messi. Fabio Santos for Brazil, neatly away from Gustavo Obermann. Work from Bobo, and now Roberto and Aruca in support, and Brazil will push players forward, and that looked as if Rafael was being held back. It's going to be another card. Looking for Cardozo. Just held back Rafael, who was gaining in momentum.
Substitution for Brazil.
Brazil make the change. Lionel Thiago is on. And Roberto, who would have missed the final had Brazil made it, is off. The free kick will be taken by Rafael. Brazil continuing to ask questions in the second half. Argentina continuing to frustrate and hold out. Another half chance, but just can't get any direction and power in the final header on Ustare's goal. Defending for Carlos to do. Rafael's service just can't link up with Bobo. No place in this Argentinian starting lineup for Lucas Biglia. We'll talk about the midfield player, pulls the strings in that Argentine midfield. Missed out against Spain as well, and Ferraro deciding that he must remain on the bench for the moment at least. Well, they're not affording Lionel Messi any space at all. I'm sure the coach of Brazil, René Weber, would have said during half-time that he's their match winner potentially. He's already scored one, cannot be given space. Sobis. Rafael. No way past Paletta. Blocked by Renato. Cleared for Fernando Gago. Neatly done, and then just running into Aruca. Malice in the tackle. And that's how the referee saw it anyway. The block there, not deliberate by Aruca. Messi. Juan Manuel Torres. Just following that familiar pattern, and then just needing to calm things down there. Cabral for Argentina was involved, and challenge itself that just prompted that ill feeling to boil over for a moment. Just caught studs there. Caught Evandro's head. There's Juan Manuel Torres, sent off against Germany earlier on in the competition. Another free kick angled in. Tall figure of Bobo gets ahead to it, but with a familiar result, and still looking for his first goal of this World Youth Championship. As Lenny Weber, Brazil's coach, high hopes that this could be the year when he lands an unprecedented 5th world crown. Header clear was by Leonardo, now picked up by Zabaleta, and another header forward, just brought down and cleared by Brazil's Ed Carlos, and then frustration as Rafael concedes the free kick. It's dangerous play there with the foot up. Messi's header on. And Argentina have a corner. That's the goal scorer. And Carlos it was, coming across to concede that corner kick. It looks okay to continue. Would not want to lose the influential services of Lionel Messi at this stage of the second half. Argentina then with the corner. Gustavo Oberman stands over the ball. Messi will take his place inside that Brazilian area. Final of this championship is on July the 2nd, here at this very venue in Utrecht. Winners of this encounter will go on to play either Morocco or Nigeria. We'll kick off a little later this evening. Bobo, good play. Just trying to link up with Rafael Sobis. Very, very little room to operate on that far side, the Brazilian left. It's Bobo's run and Ustari's goal kick. And Argentina are proving increasingly difficult to break down at the back. Ustari, who plays his club football for Independiente. Clear push right under the referee's nose. And Carlos is the guilty party. Argentina have a free kick and they still lead past the hour mark by that goal on 7 minutes. A world-class strike by Messi. Got that man off his feet. Francisco Ferraro. Forward is Zabaleta, the captain. Into that area towards Zabaleta. Collided badly there with Renan, and both players stay down. Nasty clash there as Zabaleta looked to find a way through from that free kick. Behind Ed Carlos, and then colliding with the advancing Renan. Fortunately, both players are back to their feet. Well, there it was. Sickening clash, but Renan is okay to continue, and I'm sure the Argentine captain, just behind the Brazilian goal at the moment, receiving treatment, should be back on in just a moment's time. Similar to the first half, Brazil, possession-wise, seeing an awful amount of the football. Bobo wins the throw off the legs of Paletta, who stuck closely to Brazil's big number 5 there again. Rafael. It's Rafael Sobis. Done well. Well, it was a half-hearted appeal. but it went against Bobo and it went against Brazil. Brazil missing the services of Diego Tardelli, suspended, scorer of the equalizer against Germany. Spectacular clearance by Ed Carlos. Now Brazil needs to up the tempo, and Bobo needs to start firing on all cylinders without a goal so far in this competition. Cardoso, Messi, it's a nice build-up play. Side netting, well worked. And the final effort on goal coming in from Gustavo Obermann. Cardoso's ball. Obermann, quick turn and then trying to wrap that left foot through and round the ball. Crashed against the side netting. Renato, Evandro, turning into a frustrating evening for the Brazilians. We are going to see the change that was anticipated by the Brazilian coach. Lenny Weber and Bobo, who we talked about, is off. Felipe Gabriel is on. Well, it would seem a fairly inevitable change because it just wasn't happening for Bobo, and they need someone to lead the line and provide them with something special. Connected well by Renan. Fernando Gago. Good through ball that for Cardoso. Juan Manuel Tavares. Lacking any real power. Getting forward very, very quickly indeed. Still Brazil 0, Argentina 1. It's a familiar scoreline. It's one world-class strike that's made all the difference. Rafael Sobis. Got back well there, Cardoso, to snuff out that threat, to avert the danger. Brazil's bench well in the middle there, Bobo. If they are to go out of this tournament, he will not have registered a single goal so far. That will be a big disappointment. They've made the changes up front. Another free kick, another Argentinian player down. Thiago Corino's challenge is okay for Mika. Brazil, as Argentina did in the first half, have been conceding free kicks, and Gustavo Obermann has been on the receiving end on 3 or 4 occasions. A free kick then for Brazil to have to defend. It finds itself all the way through. Just couldn't apply the finish. Not sure that Lionel Messi expected that ball to reach him at the far post. Renato for Brazil, 1 goal so far this tournament. Rafael Sobis. Zabaleta, the Argentine captain. He's coming back and, well, taking the man out. Another free kick. We've seen plenty of those in this second half. It's in Brazil's favour. Crowd trying to generate some noise and support. Again, Ustari's goal is well defended by that Argentine backline. Thiago Corino wins the corner. Evandro will take it. Swung in again dangerously, looking for the Brazilian head on it. Argentina can clear. Well, speculative from Felipe Gabriel. Second half substitution. We've seen him and Thiago Corino brought on by that man, Rani Weber. And Brazil's supporters wait in hope and expectation as Ustari prepares to clear his lines once again, and Argentina hold on to this slender one-goal lead. It's hooked away by Juan Manuel Torres, too far in front of Messi, Fabio Santos, Leonardo. Brazil have some 90 minutes to prevent semi-final exits at the hands of their South American rivals. Torres. Cardozo full of running. Just overrunning the ball. He was in the under-17 squad that finished fourth in Finland in that tournament. He's progressing through the Argentine ranks as Cardozo. Rafael's throw. He's trying to set Brazil forward again. No joy for Felipe Gabriel. Rafael Sobes. Defence does its job once again. It's been well protected, Ustari. He's made some saves, but in general, that back line has protected him very well indeed. Always looked as if it was going to be a tight affair, this on paper. And so it's proved. Cardozo will leave that free kick. Formica will prepare to take it. Oberman, Cardozo. Just couldn't find the final ball. Full of running and invention and creativity though, Cardozo for Argentina. Cardozo's ball and Renan again to launch it forward. The likes of Paleta, Cabral, Barroso and Formica have performed well at the back for Argentina. Continuing to hold out as we move nearer to the last 15 minutes. There's the coach looking to mastermind another World Youth Championship success in this championship at least. Came on to replace Hugo Tecali, who's been in charge for the last 4 World Championships. Argentina defending again. Zabaleta hooking it clear. Leonardo's header. Tangling there in midfield, that battle that's continued throughout this game. Another one given away, free kick in Brazil's favour. Possession not the problem, finishing is. They've lacked it. Is that about to change? Lifted in! And yes, Brazil restore parity from a well-worked free kick. The header was just spot on. And the connection takes the ball, courtesy of Renato's glancing header beyond the despairing guide of Ustari. It's the second goal of the tournament for Renato as he makes the header count and Brazil's pressure finally pays off. Rafael Sobis lifted it in and Renato took full advantage with a header that he made count. And Brazil are level on 75 minutes. It's Brazil 1, Argentina 1. Argentina now look to respond to that setback. Hernan across. And Brazil very much back in this semi-final. Goal in each half. Messi with a fantastic strike, and then Renato's header finds a way through. Messi looks to break into that 18-yard area. Argentina were 15 minutes away from a place in this world final. Brought down by Zabaleta. And another Brazilian goal kick. There's Renny Weber, his side back in this match. Well, they made the change. They brought off their number 9, Bobo, but it was a player who's been on from the start. A midfielder by the name of Renato that's made the all-important difference. Controlled by Cabral. Barroso. Zabaleta. A big build-up play by Argentina. And then Brazil are penalised. Salim John Zabaleta coming in from Felipe Gabriel. Looks like it might well be Cardozo. Maybe the left foot of Messi to try something from this sort of range. Defensive wall in place. The angle to try and bend this around, and that's exactly what he'll go for. Header away by Rafael. Picked up by Fernando Gago. Back into that Brazilian area. Letter giving away the free kick. Argentina about to make the change. Gustavo Obermann is struggling. Certainly the injury picked up earlier. It's been in the wars. And The goal they've conceded has prompted coach Francisco Ferraro to change things around. Rafael Sobis. Very well indeed, and then the outstretched leg, and Argentina have possession back again, and now they can break very quickly indeed. He's their danger man, and goes down on the edge of the area, and now the change can be made. Look at Lionel Messi just turning away from Ed Carlos. So the player that's struggled of late is to be replaced by Sergio Aguero. He has under 10 minutes to make an impact, although of course the prospect of this game going into extra time. He picked up a few knocks, did Gustavo Obermann. Won the corner. Cardozo will take it for Argentina. Kick back then at 1-1. Into the last 10 minutes of normal time, driven in. Rafael is there to clear. Brought down by Cabral. Another closely contested affair. They met in the South American Championship earlier this year, when Argentina defeated their South American rivals by 2-1. Cabral, Paletta. Was meant for Aguero, collected by Renan, and Brazil lifted by that Renato-headed effort, his second of the tournament. In the quarterfinals, we saw the ties go to extra time and in some case penalties, and we're in a similar situation here in Utrecht. Cardozo with a free kick. Is there still time to find a way through? Far in there, Renan comes and thought he was impeded. Can't collect, but Brazil can partially clear. Argentina seizing the initiative early on. Messi's goal on 7 minutes. They then defended well and shut out Brazil until that free kick. The glancing header by Renato was just right. And now it's intriguingly poised at 1 apiece and under 7 minutes remaining. Argentina forcing another free kick. Again, there may well be work for that defensive wall and goalkeeper and captain Renan to do. Rafael Sobis, the latest player to go into the referee's book, we understand. Cardozo to chip it forward, and Brazil to head it clear, and Rafael Sobis to pick up possession, and then stopped by Fernando Gago. Nice skills. Finds his man, and Argentina find themselves a corner. Fabio Santos back to concede that corner. Play towards Gago, fired in, and safe hands from Renan. Juan Manuel Torres will get there first. Delightfully done. Formica. Nothing to choose then between these long-established South American rivals. Rafael forward. Foul by Torres. Something Argentina have been guilty of throughout this game. It's conceding too many free kicks. Evandro. It's Brazil 1, Argentina 1. And we are into the last 5 minutes of normal time. Just trying to struggle clear. Marvellously done away from Brazilian shirts. It's a lovely run. It's an opportunity now for Argentina and for Messi, and it needed the final challenge. Just upended there for Mika. Lovely run a moment ago. Leo Messi involved again. Argentina do offer so much as an attacking force, particularly on the counter. His weaving runs as Cardoso pumps it in. And again, Brazil are forced to defend. They've got the goal back, but Argentina are making it a distinctly uncomfortable last 5 minutes. Messi, their goal scorer, will turn provider with a left foot corner swung in, and Renan with good hands again, and then the long clearance. It's given in favour of the push on Juan Manuel Torres. Here's Zabaleta for Argentina. Cardoso. Just beyond the chasing Zabaleta. 4 wins apiece for Brazil and Argentina. A regular history in this competition over the years. A repeat of the semi-final Brazil won 2 years ago in the United Arab Emirates, and then of course they went on to lift the title. They're the current champions, and it could yet be an encounter that is decided in extra time. Messi away from one, and then the final ball forward. Sometimes needs 2 Brazilian players to just attempt to contain Lionel Messi. Always looks to danger for them. Brazil with an opportunity themselves, and it's going to be a card for the challenge, just held back. Another yellow card, and it goes against Cabral. Clearly holding the shirt, and he will be out of the final if they make it. Gustavo Cabral. Just clearly holding the shirt of Thiago Quirino. Last moments, last minutes. Brazil, are they going to steal this right to the death? 5 forward inside the 18-yard area. It's a late chance. It's headed clear. Played back in by Evandro. Still bright sunshine within this Utrecht venue. 4 minutes of time added on at the end of the 90. We're into the last minute of normal play. Another Brazilian free kick, and this runs through to Astari. Sense of urgency now. Cardoso. Couldn't keep it in, Corino. Two balls on the pitch at one moment, and now we are into the time
Additional time.
added on. It is the 4 minutes to play. Still time for one of these great rivals to win it late on. Aguero battling for possession, and then Fernando Gago is penalised. Challenge on Rafael. Met by the head of Paletta. Beat down by Gago. Goal in each half. And this great rivalry goes on. Couldn't be the bigger prize, could there, than a place in the final at this level, at this stage. Messi returning the ball to the Argentine captain, Zabaleta. Gago. Little drop for Zabaleta. Can he find the necessary angle to deliver a cross? Just played for Gago. Now Zabaleta again. Gago. And past two. Anywhere will do at this stage for Brazil. Hurriedly cleared, volleyed back in. A header away by Leonardo. It's Argentina looking to win it in time added on. Here's their goal scorer, Messi. It's gone past Carlos. Might come out. And they have found a way through. The most dramatic of conclusions. Argentina have found a way past Renan. Deep in time added on at the end of the 90. And that is what it means. And it was all set up by that man, Lionel Messi, able to turn it across the face of goal, and, well, it went in, but the initial strike was from Zabaleta. Just dropped for him there. Lionel Messi away for Ed Carlos. And Zabaleta, fire a deflection, surely books Argentina's place in a World Youth Championship final. A captain leading by example. It's Brazil 1, Argentina 2. And we're into the final minute. What a dramatic conclusion. Brazil, defending champions, look to be on their way out there. Well, they're bringing Renan, their goalkeeper, forward for this. It could be their final set piece of the match. That's on the near post. Yellow shirts forward. Desperation about Brazil. Argentina just counting down the clock, making the substitution late on. Well, who's played his part in this Argentine cause, Fernando Gago, and the player so often who pulls the strings in that midfield, Lucas Biglia, is given an opportunity. Dying seconds. Brazil just have to find a goal now, because as the referee checks his watch, time is about to run out for Brazil's World Youth Championship adventure. One final header wide of the target. Well, Argentina are ahead on 7 minutes. Renato's headed goal offered Brazil hope in the second half. A match that appeared to be heading to extra time, and then the goal scorer turn provider, and Messi's cross was turned in via a deflection off the boots of the Argentinian captain Pablo Zabaleta, and Argentina are through to the final. And Brazil go out. The late goal. A man of the match performance from Lionel Messi. A goal added to late on by Zabaleta. And Argentina, with this tremendous track record in this championship, remain on course for a 5th world crown. They've improved as the tournament has progressed, and Brazil bow out at the last 4 stage. That's what it means. Well, Brazil certainly have the possession to make a difference, but it wasn't enough, and at full time it's Brazil 1, Argentina 2.